symptoms, and then the next day they transfer me to the ward. One thing really stood out for me while I was in ward. Two things actually I'm gonna share with you. While they are thinking of smoking wasn't my really in me. I would start feeling okay. The methadone was working. It doesn't give everything that you want, but everything that you want. You still got a little bit of pain. You still little bit of emotion pain as well. The drugs always solve them. But I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. If I run away from here, where will I go? Will I go back to the graveyard? Where will I go? So I'm just rather stick it out here. The first thing was that next to where they gave me the bed was the guy who was burnt. I think this guy was about 30-40% body burnt. And I'm like, you know what, Jerry? You are using this bed here as a hospital because of the thing that you put it in your body, the drugs. This guy, he burnt. He never... Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, warm welcome. If you're a regular here, warm welcome. Thank you very much for always coming back and watching my video. And today I'm going to carry on with episode 3 of my journey towards recovery. And in episode 1, I share with you how all started, how I hit the rock bottom and realized that I need help. In episode 2, I share the journey carry on, where I share now finding help, how difficult it was to find the right help. And then I end up in episode 2 telling you that where I was already in a hospital going to get to see a doctor so that I can be admitted for in a hospital for, I'm just getting the word to come, detox. Yes, the word is detox. So I can admit it to a hospital for detox. And today I will carry on from there. If you have not watched the episode 1 and 2, for you to understand this journey, you're going to have to go watch episode 1 and 2. I'm going to leave there in the description box down below, so for you to be able to watch it. So let's dive into it on episode 3. So in episode 3, my niece leave me at the hospital, from Teen Challenge. I was there for the hospital for whole day. I mean, I stayed there whole day. Great that day I had cigarettes, and the night before that I smoked. So I was okay. But there was a time that I really need once to, so I will go outside to use the bath, like just to smoke cigarette and come back and ask people, was my name called? No, I was the last one to be called that day to see the doctor. So I see the doctor around 3:30, and the doctor from the day hospital says to me, look here, I'm sending you there for detox, but look, you must go behave yourself there, because there was 2 people just before you. I sent them there. They made a lot of things. They steal other patient stuff. They call dealers while they're in the hospital. They call drug dealers to bring drugs to them. So instead of actually examine me or write me a letter, he gave me a long lecture to say, hey, don't mess this thing up when I'm giving this opportunity to go to this particular hospital. I say, great. And then she gave me this, the doctor gave me this opportunity. Now there's no ambulance to take me to the hospital. I said, no, I mean, we don't have an ambulance here. You're going to wait for too long. I went back to Teen Challenge, and these guys, they took me to Calbrima Hospital. I went there in emergency. They say, okay, there's the door, there's the hospital, you go there later. I had my bag because I was going to start Teen Challenge. I had a plastic bag where my niece just bought some few stuff. Toiletries. I think she bought me a tracksuit. And the day before that as well, she took me to cut my hair. My hair was very long. I had this long hair, and I would just wear cap, no time to cut. So she took me for haircut. I had long beard, and then she took me for beard. So I started looking like a little bit fresh now. And then I had my plastic bag, and then she gave me actually some few cents. So I had some few money with me. Then I went inside, I showed the letter there. So you know that in the first particular day, the first day when you go to the hospital, before they book, they put you in emergency. So I was in emergency room for the first night. They gave me some methadone, some gave me some Valiums, and then the next day they transfer me to the ward. One thing really stood out for me while I was in ward. Two things actually I'm gonna share with you. While they are thinking of smoking wasn't my really in. I would start feeling okay. The methadone was working. It doesn't give everything that you want, but everything that you want. You still got a little bit of pain. You still little bit of emotion pain as well. The drugs always solve them. But I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. If I run away from here, where will I go? Will I go back to the graveyard? Where will I go? So I'm just rather stick it out here. The first thing was that next to where they gave me the bed was the guy who was burnt. I think this guy was about 30-40% body burnt. And I'm like, you know what, Jerry? You are using this bed here as a hospital because of the thing that you put it in your body, the drugs. This guy, he burnt. He never even wanted to get burned. I can say I use drugs. That's why I'm there. I'm like, I'm wasting people's bed here who are really, really sick to be here because of really, really challenging, and I'm using their bed. So from that, started to like, look at this, what I've done into my life is wrong. And that was the first time for me to be admitted in a hospital after I was born. So the only time that I was admitted in the hospital is when I was born. And the second time was when I went for detox. Cheers. So I'm there, and the second thing is that when the visitor came to visit people, they're visiting time, I had no one to come to visit me. June didn't know what hospital I was, no telephone to anybody. So I was just there lonely, watching TV. Yeah, the nurse was also didn't treat me like, when the reason that you were there is because of drugs, they just treat you as a knocky clunky or just a naughty guy, just waste the time. So I mean, I remember I shared this story once upon a time with SAMA, South African Medical Doctor Association, when I was invited to speak there. The nurse will come in the morning, will never even say good morning. Will say good morning to everybody. When he comes to me, she will go like, coffee or tea? That was their good morning. I would say tea or coffee, whatever it is. So my days was there, my days was fine there, little bit withdrawals. I think after 4 days, I'm not quite sure how long was that. The doctor was incredible, took my history, told them drug of choice, and then they gave me some Valiums to take home. Teen Challenge, praise God. I remember the guy called Ashley Boana come to pick me up. It was a Friday. That's why I remember it was Friday. Friday, he came to pick me up in the afternoon, and he said to me, look, this time they at the Teen Challenge now. The guys already eat. So we will buy you food. So they stop at a fish and chips in Asterifich. It is now, everything is new now. Everything in fog now. I'm like, hey, this is new life. They stopped at the place Asterifich, and they went and buy for me some food. They took me there. I handed over my medication that I have to take. They searched my bag, and here my journey start. I'm like, wow, this is it. I think there were about 35 boys in the dormitory. And remember, this is Teen Challenge. Actually, when they took me, I was 28 years of age. This is 20 years ago. I'm now 49, almost 21 years ago when they took me in. And they say this program was for teen, okay? Teen Challenge, right? But I was over, so majority of the kids there, they were teen. So there was a lot of things that happening with, I wasn't prepared for it. There was fighting happening there. There was people stealing from each other happening there. Was what was like, wow, I thought I'm going to a place where there is peaceful, there is no fighting, there is nothing. Only to find out the place was unbelievable chaos, or 35. And this is what Teen Challenge used to do before. I think they changed it. They would take all of us in one go. So it's like all these 35 people from different background, drug addicts in one go. So it was great challenge there. I was being sick and tired, and I had cigarette craving. And they say, you look here, you can't smoke here, cigarette, there's no smoking cigarette. And I remember even one day, I think the third day is the church. So Sunday we must go to church. I only have a tracksuit pants, and they say you must go to benevolent room, they'll get something clothes for you. So they went to benevolent room, they got clothes for me, which was donated there by the people. People left the program. I put a shirt and it was in March. And we have to walk to go to the church. I'm feeling terrible now. My tablets has been reduced now. I got to withdraw. My mouth feel bitter. Nothing tastes. Everything that I eat does not taste. Day number 3. I couldn't sleep the whole night. I just maybe sleep for an hour, and I'm at work. I'm miserable. I just want cigarette, and you can't take cigarette. I remember the first day, the very first day for me after a long time being go to church. When I went to church, I never spent 5 minutes. I'm going outside. I vomit. And wow, I received the best treatment ever when I was in Teen Challenge. Each person will have at least, like each row will have at least 2 staff members. So every time I'm outside, staff member will be next to me. And this guy will just watch me and just say, I'm praying for you, something like that. Never say, go back inside. Never say whatever it is. He will let me stay there for a couple of minutes or so. And I'll go back inside. And then the church finish, we walk back in there. That afternoon, people will get their visitation. I'll just leave. I think we used to go church twice. I'm like, wow, what is this, going church twice? And the thing there was different to the church that I was. I'm like, what's going on? The church that I was when I was young. Then, yes, the 4th day, I decided, no, man, I can't stay without cigarette. And Teen Challenge is like this. There is no, even the pastor normally used to tell you, it's very hard to be in Teen Challenge than to be in jail. He said to be in jail, it's locked. There is guns there, you can't run. Teen Challenge, the door is open. We actually, in the morning after our duty, we sit, or while we're waiting sometime, there's like a driveway, but there's no like big walls, just small side wall that anybody can run away if you want it, you know. To be there, you must fight with your will. To be there, you must want to. So this particular morning, so we were sitting there, maybe waiting for work duty. I think it was 10 o'clock waiting for work duty. And there is shop, which somebody told me, you know what, there is a shop around the corner. So what? I look left, right, and I ran fast as possible to that particular shop to go and get cigarette. And I didn't have money because they took my money. But I was wearing jacket. It was so I had t-shirt in, and I had like a top for the jacket that I was wearing. I was want to sell that for a cigarette. I just want puff of cigarette. And the guy say, no, we can't get this thing. And there was a guy there, he gave me a cigarette. I smoked cigarette, and I came back. Teen Challenge. I remember the manager there. His name was Neil. I'll never forget this guy called me in. And he said, you know what? There's a lot of people waiting to get the bed here. And we gave you the bed, and you were messed up, right? So look here, I'm just giving you one warning. If you're going to run away again to go look for cigarette, whatever it is, when you come back, we'll send you back home. Wow, so that hit me hard. I was very rebellious by that time. I had this attitude called Jason for my attitude. You can't tell me. I know the life of being everywhere. All this kind of attitude in me. But something when this guy told me, something clicked. I'm like, wow, I must pull myself together. And then I remember that evening I met him again on a dining room. I said, no. What can I do to stay clean for the rest of my life? What can I do to stay clean for the rest of my life? I don't want to be in this position again. And he gave me something very profound, and I'm about to share. You can share this message to anybody who's struggling with drugs or relapse before. He said to me, do everything that these people here, he shows other staff members there and the pastors there who are sitting there, when what they ask you to do everything what they ask you to do. I said, is that all? He said, that's all what you need to do, and that will help me to stay clean for the rest of my life. And I took those words to heart, and it's been 20 years now clean. I have since doing everything these people ask me to do. So in there, so it started there. I remember Jim Rohn say, how you do everything is how you do everything. I started there in Teen Challenge. So you can't allow to take food on a dormitory where you sleep. I won't take food. People will take the food up there and they will try to share. Sometimes they'll wake me up and hey, my brew apple. I say, I don't want to have I value apple because we are not allowed. So I started to follow the rules because I believe it. How you do everything is how you do everything. If you break the rule of in that rehab, now remember, rehabilitation is rebuilding. I was rebuilding my life. I have to rebuild my life in a certain way that when I come, I can still live by those principles. So I start to follow everything. Sit, I will sit. Stand, I will stand. Everything they do. Don't bring apples upstairs. I remember people in the middle of the night, they will take forks and make tea. And some people will just got this rebellious spirit. They will just make tea and start drinking. They say, hey man, I'm not going to take it. We are not allowed to drink tea, so I won't take the tea. I will never participate with any breaking the rules. I follow everything up to the tea. And that's how I survived Teen Challenge, and that's how my life is. And then I remember now they appoint me for on one-on-one. In that time, my mindset was very, very wrong. So the guy used to come, an old male white man, white man used to come to counseling us. I really didn't take it. I'm like, hey man, he was just talk to me, and I really didn't take it. Therapy was really not by me. But I stayed there in Teen Challenge. I was there for 3 months. And while I was there in Teen Challenge, something happened that changed my life forever. That particular event, that particular moment is what I'm going to take for next episode. I will share what exactly happened to me the day that my life was changed forever. It's going to be on my episode 4. I'm going to share with you. So I hope this story today on my episode 3 has helped you to share the light how the day started and how the dark days of struggling with addiction on my treatment has, and I'm now 20 years. And today is for the first time, let me take this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Jerry Mboweni. I was addicted to heroin for 11 years of my life. I'm currently I'm 20 years and a couple of months clean. I'm certified, praise God for that. I'm certified life coach and NLP practitioner, author of the book called 11:59:59, an ex-junk last minute victory, a drug counselor, wellness coach, motivational speaker, and community builder. So, thank you very much for always coming back. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscription box down below. Peace. I'm looking forward to see you again. Bye for now.